Hi everyone, this is Alex. Today we're gonna see how to do this mouseover effect on Webflow. It's look complicated, but funny, it's pretty easy. You can do this in a few minutes on Webflow, so let's go. So what we want to do today is to create this effect. Like when I move to this box, you activate this. When I move to this one, you activate this. It's like we'll create 8 boxes. We're gonna activate our 8 images. The images appear like this in the background. So let's go. So now we are on Webflow. So first I'm gonna add a section. Create my section and say hero section. Take 100% width and 100 VH. So it means that doesn't matter the height of the screen, it will take 100% of the height. So now we have our hero section. So we're gonna create 2 elements. We're gonna add 2 div. 1, 2. One will be the wrapper of our 8 box and the other will be the wrapper of our scene. So let's go. Let's call our first div wrapper container boxes, and our second container scene. Okay. I'm gonna say okay in absolute. You take full screen to my container also. I put in absolute full screen, and I'm gonna put my boxes up in the Z position 10 and my scene in Z position 5. Like that, my container boxes will be upper my container scene. So for the moment I gonna deactivate my scene and we're gonna focus on the boxes. So for create my 8 boxes, I'm gonna simply create a grid. I'm gonna say to my grid, you take 100% width, 100% height, and now I'm gonna set up my grid. I'm gonna say add 4 column and 2 row. So that's perfect. We're gonna say no gap. Perfect. So now our grid is set up. So now we're gonna add one first div inside that I'm gonna call box 1, and now I'm gonna copy and paste in all the grid. So I'm gonna say okay, you take 100% width, 100% height. Like that, they're gonna fit with the grid. So now I'm gonna duplicate and say box 2, create another class, box 3, and box 8. Our container box is made because we have our grid with all our boxes. So now we're gonna focus to our scene. We disable the container boxes. We show our container scene, who for the moment contain nothing. And we're gonna create first the wrapper of our images. So we're gonna call wrapper images. We're gonna say to this wrapper, take 100% width, 100 VH, And inside this wrapper, we're gonna add an image. We're gonna choose the first image. We're gonna call it image 1. We're gonna say you take 100% the width of the wrapper and 100% height of the wrapper, and we click on. So we have our image 1, and what we're gonna do is duplicate. So we see that we have a second image here. So we're gonna duplicate the class, say image 2. We change we replace the images. We put the second one. Perfect. Now we duplicate 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we have the other image, like image. We duplicate the class image 3. We change the class. We change the image. We replace the image. Image 8, and so now we have our 8 images in our wrapper image. The point is we don't want to see all this image. So what we're gonna do is we select our wrapper image and we click on overflow hidden, like that. If I try to scroll, it's not possible because all the content who is out of the wrapper image, so out of 100% width, 100% VH, is not enabled. Now I'm just gonna add a little mask, black mask, because we're gonna add a typography on the images, so for the typography can be readable. So I'm gonna add a little mask that I'm gonna put in absolute position. My wrapper, my container scene is at 5 Z index, so I'm gonna create this class black mask, and I'm gonna say you take all the screen and you're in position 6, and now I have my background. Perfect. And I say 20, let's say 30% of opacity. So now we have our mask upper the wrapper images. Now we just need to add one last thing that we can add in our mask. I select my mask, I create a flex box, I align center, justify center. My typography is in the center, so for example I copy here my text, so I'm gonna create a new class. I say text, I'm gonna say you're in white, you're maybe in 40 pixels. How many pixels? 40 pixels, yeah, perfect. 40 pixel, 50 pixel height, and I'm gonna say to this text mask have a max width of 650, perfect. And I'm gonna say to my text align center, perfect. So now we can see that maybe it's hard to read the text, so I click on my mask and maybe add some opacity. So I'm gonna ask, yeah, maybe if I need 50% is great. 50%, perfect. So now our scene is set up. We have our container scene will contain our black mask with the text, the wrapper images with our 8 images, and we have also our boxes that now we can display. Put, and we have the grid inside with our 8 boxes. So now what we're gonna do is create the animation. So now in this animation, we're gonna say, okay, when I'm on over on the box 1, you're gonna play the image 1. When I on over on the image 2, you're gonna play the image 2. So for this, we're gonna create an animation on box 1, an animation on over, on mouse over. We're gonna start an animation, create a new animation that we're gonna call mouse over image 1. Okay, so now I'm gonna select box 1. So now I'm gonna go in my container scene, my wrapper image, and I'm gonna click on image 1. I had an animation of hide and show, and I'm gonna say when I'm on over on box 1, you show me the image. And now we're gonna select image 2, hide and show, image 3, image 4, image 5, image 6, image 7, and image 8. I'm gonna select all these 7 elements, group together, and say when I'm on over on the box 1, you hide all these 7 images. So that's perfect. Now our first animation is set up. So now we need to set up this for all our 7 boxes. So I click on box 2. I create an animation on over, mouse over. I start an animation and I duplicate mouse over image 1. And I'm gonna call mouse over image 2. And the image 1, I'm gonna say, because now what we want to do is on box 2, hide everything. So image 1 also, hide everything except image 2. So now our second animation is done. So if I do the test, I can see that is working, but not on the rest because I need to set up for every boxes. So now it's just to reproduce the same animation. And finally, box 8, we create a mouse over, start an animation, we duplicate our animation, mouse over image 8, I select everything, I enable, disable, I select my image 8 and enable. So now if I test, that's great, it's working. So that's perfect, our effect is working. Thanks for watching the video. You can clone the website on Webflow for your personal use. If you have some Webflow tips idea also, please leave me a comment. And if you like this episode, you can subscribe to the channel. And I see you soon. Bye.